So it's Saturday morning. I'm ready to go. I got my coffee with me, and we're headed out to grab another 2014 Ford Focus, bad transmission. I'm hoping it's in pretty good shape. He said it, really is. It's clean and nice and doesn't need a whole lot besides the transmission, which is what we know and we're good at, so that's fine. But hopefully the body's good. There's no cracks in the windshield. There's no converter light on, O2 sensor light, things like that just add up costs and add time onto the project.
Let's just hope this is another straightforward transmission job like the other ones we've done with no surprises in between. And clutch A stuck engage is a pretty common code, and that is referring to our A fork. Most likely, it's going to be inside the transmission. We're going to go turn it and see, but I guarantee it's going to be feeling kind of funky trying to turn that, All right, so first we're gonna get the air box out, get the battery out, get to the actuator, pull the actuator out, or pull the actuator out, and then we're gonna turn that fork. Smooth sailing so far.
I have a feeling that fork is gonna be toast. I mean, this thing drove, well, it wasn't a happy transmission. It was really, really bad, super bad. It does have reverse, which is surprising because a lot of these, you lose reverse.
Let's try this. All right, go one. So check this out. So when you spin it counterclockwise, it should go back this way. Guys, it's not moving. Another example of a typical fork issue, which is what we expect and is pretty straightforward. So again, like I said, pretty smooth sailing. And this is where it started all going downhill. These battery tray bolts are the worst I've ever seen. They're almost non-existent. You're not getting a socket on there, so we're going to do some drilling here to get this out.
These battery bolts are just not cooperating with me. This is already taking way longer than I was hoping. I mean, I was hoping to almost have the transmission out by the time I just got done dealing with the battery box. So
it's bad when you're an hour in and haven't even gotten the battery box out yet.
This was my battle with the battery box. No matter what I did, I couldn't get the bolts out. So I'm going to have to take this mount off. And when I do get it off, drill those it'll be a lot easier out of the car. But at least we can get the transmission out. And I got another battery box laying around, so it's not a big deal, but I don't have to fight. Whew.
My next issue is getting these swollen lug nuts off. Seems like these easy things are becoming a big headache.
When doing or getting these wheels off for any service on these cars, is that, well, it's supposed to be 19, but somehow these lug nuts swell beyond that. And they're not big enough for 20, and you'll still strip it, but you can't really get a 19 on. So sometimes what you gotta do is you gotta try and pound a 19 on when it lug nut comes off. Then you got to kind of really put some effort to get it out and do that for all of them. So it takes a little longer, but you can do it. Just got to pound it a little bit.
And after taking care of those issues, I was off to pull apart to take care of another one, and that's to get another transmission ground wire because ours is in bad shape.
I did find a Ford Focus. Here is our ground wire right here. The other one's all rusted. This one, as you can see, let's see here, is turning pretty freely. So, yeah, we'll pull this off and grab another one while I'm here. So I have one in backup. I always do that, make sure I buy two of everything at a time. And I just saw this on the windshield. So Akron Auto Auction, I've heard about them. Actually, someone told me. I don't know if you have to be a dealer or if, the public, if there's public lanes. But I've been going to a couple places. Like there's one called Skipco Auctions around here. And then obviously Copart. But I'll have to check out Akron Auctions. Maybe they got some Ford Focuses. I'll show you. So actually, I think these are kind of rare. I don't see a whole lot of them. But this is a old Focus ST, not like the ones you know now with the turbos. But it's kind of cool because I like the color blue. It's like an electric blue or a sonic blue. Very rare leather seats. You barely ever see leather seats inside of a Focus. We got a stick shift. And then we also have our nice little chrome bezel, which is kind of cool. So yeah, these are cool cars. I mean, it's for what they are, I wish somebody wouldn't have junked it. It's not too terrible, it's worth fixing up. But yeah, these have the 2.3 liter 4-banger in it as opposed to the normal 2 liter. I think they're supposed to have like 165 horsepower as opposed to the 130 or 135 that the regular base model 2 liters have. So they're kind of cool. I know they blow up a lot, so I'm actually surprised that this one is still in here. It has been ripped out and put into another one. But yeah, they are cool cars. I would like to own one, especially with a street performance appearance package in the front. Don't find a lot of those, but that's like the ultimate, is find the ST with that appearance package. So just thought it'd be something cool to show you guys, something cool, you know, cool find here at Pull Apart. Okay guys, now here's actually something cool. So this is a Ford Fiesta. Now a lot of people are like, oh, Ford Fiesta, but how cool is this? This one is equipped with a 3-cylinder turbocharged engine, and also has a manual transmission. I mean, come on, that is not your normal Fiesta, guys. Yeah, 5-speed stick shift. Now the problem with these is there's a lot of engine issues. So the only reason people don't fix these, even though how cool they are, is, I mean, you look online and a used engine is like $4,000 to $5,000. So that's even without the install costs and other miscellaneous parts and things you have to fix along the way. So it just, you know, if it has higher mileage, and it being a Fiesta at the end of the day still just doesn't really warrant that kind of money to be put into it. But it is cool, and I mean, if you could find one that runs at Pull Apart for $200 and it's a $5,000 engine, you really nailed it. You know, there's our intercooler right there. It would be kind of cool just to buy one of these for cheap and kind of rip it apart and see what it's about. I mean, it's so small and tiny, it can't be that hard to get out. Hey guys, here is our new cable from Pull Apart. Their new bolt for the bell housing. And then we have our ground bolt, which we got to drill out the old one, and it's going to go right in there. So we're going to go ahead and stick this guy down below right in here.
And the list of things I had to do to this car just kept on growing. The next issue I had was getting these wheels clean because they were just nasty. I really haven't had wheels this dirty before on a Ford Focus. Then it was time to see if the car started.
All right, so here goes what I call the first start feeling. Okay. Okay, Courtney's gonna take over. That's a little close up.
Yeah, just a little.
Got the kitty cat.
She's gonna take over.
All right, what do you think? It's gonna start?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. This was not one of my favorite ones. That was the most fun ones, but it is what it is, right? Go. We got power in here.
Dun 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 dun. Woohoo!
Let that first start feeling. That first start feeling. Sounds good.
Even she's happy about it.
Next, it was time to try and pull out this big, huge dent on the back tailgate, which I wasn't very, you know, hopeful
Just
about.
keep turning. A little bit at a time. Don't get scared when it pops, though.
I did. I jumped.
Like champagne bottle popping.
Yeah, this didn't work. The next day after I pulled this car out of the carport, I found this. Not good.
Oh boy. See, the good news is, at least I finished up this car last night. And I don't know how it happened and how I got so lucky, but I actually pulled this car out from there late last night. And I guess sometime after that, when I pulled this out, you know, this happened. So, looking back, there's a few different things we could have done. I think we have to do a little re-engineering to do a second round of this, but yeah, you can kind of see, I mean, it's kind of mangled. Now we're gonna see if we can kind of fix it, because I do have these 4 legs broke off here, and I do have some extra legs right here, but I don't know if I have enough. We're gonna have to find out, but I'll give you guys a side view. Yeah, that's our garage in its current state. You know, I also do have an extra one of these that we can use, so we got options here. I just don't know how far it's gonna go.